Soursop trees are not heavy bearers. And they are not heavy bearers for a number of reasons. One, I mentioned that the fruits develop from flowers that have been cross-pollinated. Cross-pollination is not, usually by wind. You don't have like that mass pollination. They rely on insects, certain types of beetles to do that cross-pollination. And there are features of the soursop flower that allows a pretty narrow window for pollination. So that is another reason why we do not get a lot of pollinated for pollinated fruit and fruit set on soursop, because you have a narrow window for pollination. One of the things that is done to increase the bearing in soursop is hand pollination. This is something you can do at home if you are minded to do so, all right? And but it is not really done on a commercial scale because it is too labor intensive, all right? Hand pollination would require that you collect the pollen at the time that pollen is being shed, all right? And then you add that pollen using like a small brush to the stigma, all right? Or the female parts of the flower. You would have to brush that on later when those parts of the flower become receptive. So, as I said, that is something that you can try at home, if you want to increase your yield. Normally, with soursop, you may get like about, maybe 10 to 15 fruits per year. And that is why I was saying, that is why I made the point that the yield is not very high. However, if the tree has access to, really good levels of nutrition, we can double that, okay, to maybe 15, 20, 25, even 30 fruits per year. In fertilizing, one would want to fertilize at a time that would support fruit growth. The trees come into bearing between 2 to 4 years old. 2 years old if they have been budded or grafted, all right? 4 years, even 5 years old if they have been grown from seed. And when they begin to fruit, they would remain in fruit for many years. You can have fruiting taking place over a period of, 20, 25 years. So that's a lot of soursop over time in your garden. We mentioned before that we should keep the ground, all right, the area around the base of the tree clean of weeds. We do not want to have a high level of humidity there because we can have diseases such as anthracnose. And anthracnose causes dark black spots on the leaves, and these the fungus is a fungal disease. It can also infect the fruits, the flowers, and the fruit. This tree and a number of the other trees around it, you would see signs of pruning. The lower branches have been pruned, right? The lower branches have been removed so that we do not have branches that are touching the ground. And that is to create proper aeration at the base of the canopy and to reduce the incidence of anthracnose on the fruit and of course the leaves and branches. Anthracnose can actually cause dieback, entire dieback of the tree if it is unchecked. This fruit is infested with insects, and as the larvae bore their holes through this skin of the fruit to emerge, what it also does is that it opens pathways for pathogens to enter. So that also causes rotting of the fruit. Okay, so a lot of the deterioration that we can get in fruit quality here in Soursop really is triggered by insect infestation, and that is why we would want to control it. If we are going to be dealing with these insects, it means that because they lay their eggs early, all right, then we have to take care of our fruit from early, and we take care of it from the time we see the flowers being produced. All right. Once the flowers open and fruit set takes place, the young fruit is set, we would want to bag the plant. We would want to bag the fruit. Okay, put a plastic bag over it. You tie that bag with a string, perforate the bag with some small holes. You could be fairly generous because we want to have aeration taking place within the bag, but the hole should not be so large as to allow insects to go in. All right? And it should be a large bag to allow for growth, preferably a transparent bag because you want light and so on in the bag, but we do not want to have too much moisture building up, right, which is another reason for the perforation. All right, a key reason for the perforation. The fruit has to be able to breathe as it grows. You can sometimes also have scales, and so spider mites are a problem in the dry season, and basically to control that, we can recommend that you water your plants, you wet the plant as much as possible so it is not as dry. As we notice, we have material being deposited on the surface. That is the seed, all right, that is being destroyed. And as the larvae work their way to the outside, they are depositing that material on the outside of the fruit. Not only does it make the fruit unsightly, but if we were to cut in this, we would also see that the pulp has become discolored. All right. Also, I should mention that it causes the fruit to ripen unevenly, so that parts of the fruit that are not affected by the insects would ripen. But these parts where we have infection, they sometimes remain quite hard. Okay? So bagging is the way to go to control this particular problem. And it is an easy thing to do in the backyard where we have access to our fruits. You may want to know, well, how do we do that when we have tall trees? One of the things that we can do to control our tree heights is to prune, all right? Once we get up to a height of about maybe 10, 12 feet, we can take off the top of the main trunk and our main lateral branches, and that would encourage more branching lower down and fruiting lower down that is accessible.